Hello, everyone. Welcome to Everyday Prepared. Thanks for watching. Today, I want to talk a little bit about choosing your everyday carry flashlight. Now, the way I figured to do this is I want to show you the flashlight I used to carry um, and then transition into the one I carry now and what went into making that selection. Okay, so start off with this light here. This is a light I carried for probably the last 5 or 6 years. This is the JetBeam PC10. Can't get this one anymore. It's been discontinued. They do have a PC20 model. But this one, I looked, the last price I could find on it was around $50. Runs off of one CR123 battery, which I love because I wanted all my flashlights running on the 123 batteries. That way to keep them standard. The output on this on high output is 550 lumens, and it did have the ability to, if you half press the tail switch, you could progress through low, medium, and a strobe function on the light. And like I said, I carried this light for 5 or 6 years. It was before I really got into the Vertex tactical pants. So at the time, I wore a lot of cargo pants. And what I would do is I would just drop it in my right cargo pocket on my right side because I like my flashlight on my weak hand. So this light started messing up. It would cut out and not really light up very well, and it started eating through batteries. So I decided it was time to upgrade, get a new flashlight. At this time, I fell in love with the Vertex Delta Stretch pants and some of Vertex shorts. So those are what I wear every day. And I wanted a flashlight that I could drop in these back mag pockets. I will show you a little here. These old flashlights with the pocket clip in the middle. My problem with them is you get it in here and you still have all of this flashlight sticking up. So I wanted one that would sit further down in my pocket. I was still weary about getting a rechargeable flashlight because I didn't trust them. And the reason behind that is here's a flashlight. This flashlight's almost 20 years old. It's a Surefire. I don't remember the number of it, but it's the Surefire Commander. And it was the first rechargeable flashlight Surefire came out with. And after about a year, the battery in this thing just would not hold a charge. And it got bad enough towards the end of the time I was carrying it on duty and stuff that I could charge it up all day, go to work on a night shift. And the first time I used it, you could just watch it light up and then watch the light just dim down and die, is how bad the batteries got in it. So I was very weary about rechargeable flashlights. I looked at some of the O lights and some of the other lights out there, and people had problems with a lot. A lot of people love them. So I really wanted what I wanted. So the main thing I wanted was that deep carry pocket clip where it would sit down in my pocket more and not be as obvious that I'm carrying a flashlight. So that was my main criteria when I was looking at, literally thousands and thousands of flashlights out there. What I finally decided on was the Streamlight Wedge. And as you can see, it has that deep carry pocket clip where it will really sit down in your pocket. A couple things I did not really like about it is this side switch. It's easy enough to operate. I pull it out of my pocket. It comes into my hand like this, and I just push up with my thumb. That's all it takes. However, after 20 years of carrying a flashlight every day, I really had the muscle memory and everything set up for the tail clips. So I really had to retrain myself, and I had to get away from that to get this deep carry pocket clip. So I took a chance on the Streamfire Wedge. A couple things about it. It comes in either brown coyote brown or black. They're around $80 to $90 now, depending on where you look and where you find them. Weighs 3.3 ounces, and it's just under 5.5 inches long. One thing I would love to change about this, if I could, is make it just a little bit shorter. Now, in the Delta stretch pants and these shorts, it fits down really well into that pocket. If I I do have a couple pair of Vertex's actual blue jeans, the Defenders, which I love as well, but their magazine pocket's not quite as deep as these. So the flashlight will only sit down really about that far, so it still sticks up more than I like. But that's something that I deal with. This thing, when I got it when it first came out, so there wasn't a lot of reviews on it or anything. One thing people complained a lot before they had bought one is the USB-C charging on the end. There's no protective cover over that. And a lot of people like, no, I can't do that. It's going to fill up with pocket lint and fuzz and crap, and it's going to hurt the charging. I've been carrying this thing for over 6 months now, maybe closer to a year, but I've never had a problem with that. I do like the USB-C because I have an Android phone, so I have chargers for my phone everywhere, and with that, I also have charger for my flashlight everywhere. And these lights, I don't know if it'll show if you can really tell on camera or not, but when you turn it on, you just push the switch forward. It's at 300 lumens. And they advertise the runtime as 3 hours. Now, I use this flashlight every day. I might not use it for much. I might only, if I'm in the forensics lab taking pictures, I'll use it to get some small numbers and things like that. So I might only use it a couple minutes a day, but I do use it every single day, at least for a minute here and a minute there. And I can go sometimes 2 months, month and a half, 2 months without having to charge this. So I've really been impressed with the way the rechargeable is working for me. Now, one thing on the Streamlight Wedge, it has a throw mode, THRO, and that stands for Temporary Heightened Regulated Output. What it is, when you turn the light on, you click it. If you want a heightened output, you just push it forward. And that heightened output comes out at 1,000 lumens, but it'll only run for 35 seconds like that before it brings it back to the 300. And that's to keep the light from overheating and things like that. So it's plenty bright for a flashlight that I use every day. Um, just on my bench here, I scooted all these kind of together. I have I have enough flashlights, as you can tell. I have Surefires, Streamlights, no name brands, tons of flashlights. So, being as I choose to carry this one every day, really speaks a lot to it. At the time I got this, Surefire did have the stiletto out, and I'm a big, big, big fan of Surefire lights. But the stiletto I thought was just a little bit wider than I wanted to fit in my pocket. So I went with this one. I still would like to try the Streamlight or the Surefire, so I might try that out. But the best thing you can do when you're trying to get whether it's an everyday carry light or your everyday carry knife or anything that you're going to carry with you every day. Forget about people over here saying, well, that light's not tactical because it doesn't have the tail cap switch. Or your knife isn't tactical because it doesn't have the window breaker or the seatbelt cutter on them. That's fine. I don't use those things every day. My knife and my flashlight I carry with me every day, everywhere I go. And I use them every day. So you have to sit down and decide what are your most important features that you need, that you use on your equipment every day. Like I said, for the flashlight, I very rarely use the 1,000 lumens. Very, very rarely. 300 is actually a little bright for some of the things I do on a daily basis, but it's bright enough if I go out to water my plants at night or something. It it's great. It lights up the area. I can see where I'm going, see what I'm doing, no problem. So the Streamlight Wedge, still going strong. I'm still carrying it every day. Like I said, I might try the Surefire Stiletto just because I'm a Surefire fanboy. But for now, this is working for me. And that's all I have for today. I want to thank you guys for watching so much. Um, Please like this video, share it. If you have friends that are interested in this kind of thing or want to get into some prepping or things like that, please share it with them. Invite them on this journey with us. I do still have my recommendation codes for the Fetch app. If you want to try that, and what Fetch is, you download the app and you just take a picture, scan your receipts every day, and you get points for those receipts. Once you get, I think it's 10,000 points, you can redeem it for, I usually just do Amazon gift cards because that way I can buy whatever I want with it. So for 10,000 points, I can get a $10,000 or a $10 Amazon gift card. And it's super easy to do this. I've tried several of those apps that you can redeem for gift cards and things. The Fetch app's by far the easiest. But use one of those referral codes, and I think with your first receipt, they'll give you 2,000 points for it. So check it out. Get a little extra money in your pocket to help with your preps. And until then, have a great day.